Hey folks, welcome back to Challenged. Well, it's getting towards the end of 2023, and at the beginning of this year, I made myself a challenge, a fitness challenge, and I wanted to give you guys an update because it's been a little while since I've made one of those videos. Actually, it's been since the beginning of February. So I brought out the video at the beginning of January, I made one in February, and then you haven't heard a thing since. Plus, I haven't made a lot of videos, and there's reasons for all of this. Well, I started the challenge off, and it was going really well. I had 10 days of excellent exercise. I was actually making pretty good strides with my diet, and I was starting to lose some weight. Well, then I got sick for another 10 days. So January, 10 days on, 10 days off with sick. Another 10 days on, and then I was sick again. These kids just keep bringing everything home from school. So I was sick for 2 weeks this time. This was in the beginning of February. And then the next 2 weeks, I was healthy again. So I started working out. And once you know it, you get to the end of February and I'm sick again. This time I got sick back to back, which lasted for about 6 weeks. Well, one of them was strep throat and the other, I don't know, but it was nasty. None of which was the Rona, but it just persisted. You know, tons of sinusy type stuff, but it's one of those things that just sucks the absolute life out of you. You just have no energy, no will to do anything, and that's kind of where I was. So I got into April at this point, and I'm finally getting over this, but it's taken a huge toll on my mental health. And I tell you, I don't know that I've ever been depressed in my life, but I was at this point because partly, you know, I was dumb enough to put a video out saying, hey, I'm going to do this awesome thing on YouTube and you guys can follow along and keep me accountable. And then I just got sick forever and I wasn't able to fulfill that. I feel like I'm a man of his word and I completely failed, absolutely failed. And I don't know that it was necessarily all of my fault. But a lot of the symptoms actually going into me wanting to do this challenge were persisting into the year, even whenever I was healthy. You know, I just didn't have a ton of motivation. I didn't have a lot of energy. I just didn't feel right, and it didn't make a lot of sense. And then this depression kind of hits, and I kind of reflected, and it seemed like the previous year I was feeling very similar. At this point, we're in April, and again, I don't know, you know how you feel off and it's just not right, or you're kind of depressed, but you don't have a reason to be. You know it's not psychological. There's got to be something else that's going on. So I made an appointment with my doctor to go in and see what's going on. And so he took some labs and everything looked really good except for two things. I had cholesterol, which I already knew. And the other was very low testosterone. And my doc said that he would like to see me with a level of 300 to 600 on total testosterone. And I was at 163, and he called that very, very low for someone my age. I'm 41. So he recommended testosterone replacement therapy. So I started off with this gel that you rub on your skin, and I did that for about a month, and honestly, I didn't feel any different. At this point, thankfully, I was healthy, so I wasn't sick, and therefore I was trying to get a lot of the stuff done. Like here I am in the shop trying to get things done that I didn't get done whenever I was sick. So I'm using this gel. I don't know if any of you guys have ever done testosterone replacement therapy, but I didn't like the gel at all. I was rubbing it. You basically need to do it on your chest, and it was making my skin really sensitive, and it just kind of hurts. So I switched to the shots. So I get the testosterone shot every 2 weeks. And now that I've been on it for, well, several months at this point, I can tell that my energy levels are coming up, that depression is going away. I can tell that my motivation has come back. I've actually wanted to work on things. I wanted to do stuff. I've actually wanted to exercise, but oddly enough, I couldn't find anyone to exercise with me. And I know me, I know that I have a much better chance of exercising if I have a partner. And I was trying to find a partner that was someone my own age, kind of in a similar situation. And I can't say that I'm a terribly social person. I don't know, I work from home. I don't socialize a lot. I guess you could call me kind of an introvert. So there just wasn't very many people. And those that I would ask just weren't interested in doing it. And so I basically reverted back, which is just perfectly fine, to asking my dad, hey, do you want to go ahead and exercise with me? And thankfully, he wanted to because he wants to get in better shape too. So basically from February to September, I wasn't doing much in the way of exercise. You know, it'd be the occasional thing, but I was doing a lot of stuff to get stuff done, and a lot of that is very physical work. So while I didn't do a lot of actual exercise, let's say lifting weights, running, that sort of stuff, I was doing a lot of physical activity, whether it be around the house, getting a lot of projects done, right here in the shop, trying to get these projects done. And you know, those things would definitely work me out. I would be tired afterwards. I would sometimes even be sore, but it's still not quite the same as formal exercise. I gotta say, you know, I've never done an exercise and regretted doing it later. And it's no different now. We are doing 3 days a week at this point, basically P90X style workouts, but again, only 3 days a week. You know, I'm in my 40s. I don't want to have a heart attack. You know, so I gotta ease into this, and it's funny because you can ease into something and still be incredibly tired and incredibly sore from doing these things. But it sure feels good to be active. And since starting this, it's interesting, you know, you always start that first week, you're extra excited about the whole thing. And you're extra sore, of course. You get to week 2, and man, I was really feeling pumped and starting to push it even further. Week 3, oh my gosh, I'm just tired. Holy moly, those first 2 weeks are catching up to me. So I'm really glad that we're only doing the 3 days a week at this point. I gotta work my way up to this. Eventually I'd like to do 4. And I don't know if I'll get up to 5, but I think the 4 would be fine. I need a little bit of rest time in between. But we're basically doing, like I said, the P90X, the strength training thing. So Monday would be like chest and back. Wednesday would be bis, tris, and shoulders. And then Friday would be legs and back. And every so often we'll be too darn sore to do something, or, you know, we're old, so we start to hurt things. Like I hurt my bicep. I don't know how, I just did. And so we threw in one of the cardio ones, and wow, that just kicked my butt. But regardless, I'm back to it, thankfully. You know, you could step away. I suppose that's fine. I needed to step away mentally from basically everything. I needed to get myself back and focus a lot more on my family. You know, my job number 1 is to be a good husband and good father. So I wanted to be present. And of course, over the summer, the kids are home. That means that I can do more with them. Plus, try to get a lot of the projects done. I just didn't feel like doing YouTube. Just how it was. Just didn't want to. I would actually kind of give me anxiety. But I'm starting to get past that. And I think a lot of that has to do with that low testosterone. It was really messing me up. And now that it's back up to a level that is healthy, oddly enough, so I started at 163. I went 3 months. I took a test, and I was at like 1180 something. So it was way too high. So we had to bring that dosage back down. And you would think that that would bring my energy level down as well. It didn't. Actually, my energy level has gone up since my testosterone has come back into a healthy range. Who'd have thunk it? And at the same time, I'm trying to eat healthier as well. You know, trying to get that cholesterol down, eat more nuts. You know, you're supposed to eat fish and stuff, and I hate fish. So I tried fish oil, and it turns out that me and fish oil don't mix at all. It gives me bad breath, makes my sweat stink. I don't know, have any of you had those symptoms from taking fish oil? Let me know down in the comments. Wasn't for me. So now I'm trying like an algae oil, which is basically the same thing that the fish would eat to get the different omega-3s that you need. Anyway, trying different things to get what I need, bring those cholesterol levels down, and just get healthier. But I know that the exercise is going to help. It's just a natural way to do it. It can also actually boost testosterone levels as well. I hate having to take things. I hate having to take the testosterone, but I think I'm going to have to do it for the rest of my life. I hate having to take statins, but I may have to take that too. I just like to lower the dosage that I have to take. Anyway, I feel like I'm starting to get things figured out. I'm feeling better, I'm more energetic, and I think you're gonna see a lot more videos come out from me because, well, I actually feel like doing it again. If any of you did the 2023 Fitness Challenge, let me know down in the comments how it's still going. Are you still doing it? Were you able to keep it up, or did you have issues like I did? Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like button down below as well as subscribe. I'll see you next time.